Hi guys, today we're reacting to Scary on YouTube. We're gonna watch some of these. Not gonna get it. Let's get the scary ones. These are the scary ones. It's this one.
Longhorse's story has been talked about in the lonely roads of Louisiana for a few decades now. There's been many vehicle accidents that have gone unexplained, with Mr.
Real quick. It looks like. See it? Going too fast for you? Am I going too fast for you?
slamming itself into the back end of the bus. Afraid to slow down, the driver warned all the anxious students to close the windows and to get into their seats. Again, when the students on the left side of the bus got up to close the windows in the back, that was when they saw it. It was the skull of a horse, and it was...
Hey, were they in the tunnel or something? I think they were in the tunnel. I'm reacting.
Heaving in the air after them and slamming itself into the bus. The lower jaw was missing, but the head was still...
Oh, so it's trying to kill himself. So we're not gonna have any more long
It's invincible.
Oh.
Connected somehow to a long serpent-like neck. The student screamed, and that spurred the horse on, slamming itself harder and harder until one of the windows broke. The impact caused the bus to skid and slammed into a nearby tree, knocking everyone to the ground as the driver groaned, having hit his head on the wheels of the bus. When questioned another student who was near the back, the bus had shut down, including the lights inside, and as everyone laid on the ground, groaning from accident, another sound joined them, a deep, rapsy ning. When the student looked up, he saw the weird horse skull enter the bus through the window, floating in the air near the ceiling of the bus, its length moving more and more into the bus. The students trembled and continued the story of what happened. A few students had freaked out seeing the ghastly sight and ran for the doors of the bus. They made it outside the bus and were running down the road. The horse snake-like thing suddenly stilled and then rapidly reversed itself out the window. He remembers hearing the sound of hearing galloping and the screams of fleeing students and a large Rapsini. Then all was silent. The driver eventually got his bearings together and was able to get the bus moving again. Driving further down the road, the rest of the class found the remains of the fleeing students. It looked like they had been both trampled and crushed to death, their lower jaws missing. The bus itself, when getting to the next city, was revealed to have long scores of scratches and dents covering the whole vehicle. When the police came to the road, the student and the driver claimed the bodies were. They couldn't find any of the victims' bodies or signs of a bus accident.
Okay, this is just too inappropriate. Should I keep it going?
No.
No?
You're there. Make part 2.
Yeah, I make a part 2?
Yeah. Okay, this part 2.
Part 2!
Says bad word.
Okay, let's go back, get back to the video. It's inappropriate stuff. It's scary.
It was eventually ruled that the students were playing a prank and they were lectured sternly about making false police reports. The bus driver was fired for playing along and even damaging the bus due to reckless driving. The missing students were labeled runaways and were never heard from again. Cars occasionally still show up with weirdly shaped dents, and bodies are occasionally found trampled to death.
Oh my god, that was just too inappropriate.
End the video there. Never make one like that ever again. Okay? Yeah.
I might just make one tomorrow. Hope you guys didn't watch this at night. Hopefully. We're gonna do Who is the Heart Eater after. Okay guys, it's after.
The Heart Eater, Report 2.
This isn't Clark Titter.
With great cost and numerous injuries,
But it is.
the agency
He
was
has a
able to
different
raid the
voice.
archives of the company. The group of puppet
Let's just
masters,
skip.
which our agents had a recent encounter with,
Skip again.
added faster and cleverer to the ways that killed it.
Stay here.
The only answer was to contain it. It was captured by an agent that it was chasing, by the agent tricking it into falling into cement. Bringing it back to base, little was able to be discovered about the Heart Eater and why it was targeting the agents, until we cross-referenced the company files. The below is taken from company files. Subject 33092A. Purpose, Agent Hunter. Name, Last Beat of Night's Agony. The last beat of Night's Agony is the results of our continued quarterly project on how to minimize the impact the agency has on our ongoing project. The last beat is a particularly clever application. Not only is it immune to the notice of crowds, it is nearly impossible to actually kill. Massive trauma isn't enough. Bullets will pop out, cuts will heal and burns will mend. And somehow doing enough damage to kill it? Give it a few moments.
I think you can kill it by, I think, drowning it in bathtub. And then, yes, just drowning it in the bathtub.
And it'll just regenerate and continue to chase after its chosen target. Only the method to kill it will no longer work due to the adaptive regeneration prototype we install into it.
I think this is another
The last
movie.
beat will only get stronger, faster, and meaner, as it'll keep the chase going long after its target will have exhausted itself. Even ripping it to pieces will let it use the ability of our sentries. Letting the last beat break itself
That looks
apart
like a
into ash
mummy.
and restore itself back to new. This will leave a critical weakness similar to the sentries, where during the transformation to ash, the last beat will be vulnerable to water or fire retardant materials. But the last beat will rarely use this state unless completely ripped apart, so it is a minor concern, and the panic it will induce in the whole immortality thing will get people to make mistakes that will cost them their lives. Why did the company commission the last beat of Night's Agony project? Because the agency was becoming bothersome. They had started to really interfere with our ongoing acquisitions and closures, and thus they had to be delayed, if not eliminated. It is not like the resource
This
for the
time is
last
the
beat
video
weren't.
yet. Let's just skip. You might have nightmares.
Oh no, it's a bomb.
Activity by at least an additional 25%. And worse, if they happen to somehow capture or kill the last beat of Night's Agony, well, there's an endless amount of victims out there we can use for resources. Constructing another one will be even easier the next time. This will allow the company to constantly drain the agency's resources while learning what new methods, technology, and personnel they add to their playbook. It's only a net gain because human lives are very cheap.
Okay. That's the end of the video. Bye. Bye-bye.